Hey, what's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Zen, and we are back at it again and calling all longsword users. If you're a weeb slinging stick master, you know what I mean, and you want to get them long strokes with dig DPS. Yeah, boy. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So I'm not a math guy. I'm not a math guy, you know what I'm saying? But I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. You know what I mean? I run with a lot of them, you know? So anyway, I'm you guys' plug for today, dude. If you like me and you just kind of want to get all the builds that you know that really just gonna work well, if you're starting out speed running, or maybe just not starting out speed running, maybe just want to do some big boy damage, you know what I mean? While you're in multiplayer, show off to your friends. These are some of the heavy hitters, you know what I mean, that a lot of the pros are running. Guys, as always, because I know we got some little keyboard warriors, little tiny Timmies, just ready to come at it, a creator, you know what I mean? Play how you want to play. These aren't the end all be all. If you're not running this, don't mean you're trash. It just means you like running different stuff. But this in general is some meta builds, okay? Okay. I don't want to see it in the chat. But anyway, man, if you guys like this content, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to your boy, man. And if you do, in about 5 minutes, bro, that crush that you've been fiending, that you couldn't get the mustard, the courage to talk to, she gonna call you and say, hey, come over. I think it's time to get together. You know what I mean? So make like your boy Ibushi and find your mother Nara. Get the soul sucked out of you. Anyway, look, man, I'm saying. Anyway, man, if you guys like this content, make sure you hit that like button, bro. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And as always, stay zen. All right, guys, let's go ahead and just hop right into it. I'm just gonna go straight to the gusto so we can get on with it. Hey, guys, post edits in here. Okay, so like in classic form, I forgot to say this in the beginning of the video. If you guys stay to the end of the video, I will have 2 bonus sets for you guys, 2 bonus builds for you guys. So make sure you stay at the end of the video, man, because hey, I'm bringing that heat. But anyway, back to the video. So this will be my first build. These are like just a few builds, man, that really are solid, bro. But if you don't have this build, and like no matter what you're doing, whether you speed running, general lose, multiplayer, it don't really matter what it is. You did this, you're gonna hit big boy damage, and you can be safe in any kind of way that you want to. You know what I mean? So for this one, we literally are gonna go for the staple. You know what I mean? It's gonna be Fatalis beta head and chest, and then it'll be the Fatalis hand greaves and skirt, but it'll be the alpha version of them. And then lastly, it'll be the Volcana greaves. All these will give you a good set. Let me show you what our decos are looking like, as well as the stats. You got crit out 7, attack 7, agitator 7. Evade window 5, you know what I mean, stun resistance, crit boost, weakness exploit, and handicraft, all of them will be 3, peak performance 3, quick sheath 3, and coalescence 3, you know what I mean, as well as 1 level of recovery up, the clutch claw boost with the shaver jewel, you know what I mean, and then whatever jewels you want to put inside of your mantles. This is going to give you all the damage jewels straight off the bat, so you know you're safe with that. I personally choose to do evade window. You know what I'm saying, as you start to, you know, take off the kid gloves and start being a little big boy, you know what I mean, take off the divinity, the protection, you know what I'm saying, nothing wrong with it, but nonetheless, just having evade window kind of helps you, 1, helps develop skill, you know, 100%. 2, I think as well, it just gives you better openings, you know what I mean, rather than planning on getting hit. You just, you know, you kind of just play for your skill, you know what I mean. So this build for me is just an all-around general set that leaves you in a good position to fight monsters, but then also, bro, it gives you a good position to just develop skill, you know what I mean. So this will be my general set, and also for the Fatalis sword, I didn't even go over that. For the augments, let me see this real quick. It'll be the affinity 2, just because like Fatalis already comes with negative affinity. This helps knock that down quite significantly, so you can at least be positive on most of your hits. And then 1 health regen, because you have peak performance. This will keep you up consistently growing, you know what I mean, and keep your life on a regular basis, which is why one reason why I have medicine, which is recovery up on in a one slot. You can also have that in exchange for like any of the jewels, the 4 slot jewels, because any of them is like Phoenix or critical. You can do critical medicine or Phoenix medicine instead of evasion. Those things basically help you heal like bigger chunks with each hit, so that's always a really good thing, just depending on the monster that you have. I mean, it'd probably be good with like maybe Tio or maybe I don't know, Lunastra or something along those lines. It kind of just help you survive a little bit more with something that you know you're gonna get tick damage, and it just helps you keep up your peak performance, you know what I'm saying? So it's really solid. Let's go ahead and move on. Next one, going a little bit further. This one, bro, and I'm gonna be, some of these I may make a separate video on and kind of give them a little time in the sun and kind of talk about it a little bit. I definitely will, actually. I'm not gonna even front. I'm definitely gonna give these like their own separate video. But this one, bro, I've been seeing quite a bit. You know what I mean? Kind of show its head up again. But this one, I ain't gonna lie to you. This ain't the baby play style. You know what I mean? You gotta come with some heat on this one. This is your Frostcraft build. This will be basically the reverse of what I had, which would be, this would be 4 Arch Temper Volcanic pieces with 1 Fatalis Alpha Skirt, because his Alpha Skirt is just too good. And the 4 pieces of Volcano will give you crit element. So you have crit element dragon, and then on top of that you also have Frostcraft. So it's gonna give you your element boost way up there, and also it's gonna give you that Frostcraft that you like too as well, with the KO, a little bit of the KO damage and a higher damage on your EI slashes. So for certain monsters, and I may put some either down below in the description and or just probably here in the screen a little bit. These are good matchups for monsters like Rajang. This would be a good matchup for maybe like Yangaruga or something along those lines. Something that requires for you to sheath, kind of come back, reset, and get yourself together. I think I saw someone else do, I think it was Finks. He did a good run with Brute Tigrex with this. This has actually been pretty good. I've actually seen this even with Elatreon, low key. It's a really good setup. I really don't know what else to say other than, man, this is a solid build. So let's go into the to the decorations of it. So we'll go here. Obviously the sword will be the Fatalis one, but for the augments it'll be the affinity, like I did earlier, the affinity, the health regen, and the element 1 status. You go further into it, you have attack 7, crit 7, ice attack 6 just comes with the build, so that's a win, I guess. It doesn't really apply to anything else, so don't expect to have like the Fatalis Longsword, but it's gonna do ice damage. No, don't be dumb. But yeah, man. Also, so for here, I have protection on here just because I'm still kind of working out the kinks. But you know what I'm saying, you can have protection, you can have evasion. For me, I'll probably will put evasion on here. Let's see. And boom, critical evasion. Okay, I think I like that. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't have that on there earlier. So anyway, yeah, so you can replace those 2 jewels with anything basically that you would like for it to be: physique, evasion, medicine, whatever works for you, whatever floats that boat, you know what I'm saying, gets that, strokes it right for you. Do it. But anyway, moving a little bit further, man, it also would give you quick draw, which is also going to give you that extra boost of affinity, but only for draw moves. So right after you sheath that attack, right after, so that'll be like your double your ISS, or your or just your straight IS slash too as well. So any move after you sheath, that would have like an extra 60%, I want to say it does. So yeah, let me see, I think it's extra 60. Where we at? Let's see. Boom, boom. Yeah, no, actually extra 100%. Yeah, so it'll be 100% on top of that. So yeah, it'll give you that, and then on top of that, you have your peak performance, your quick sheath. Now this is important. Where you suffer at in this build heavily is handicraft. So 9 times out of 10, usually 2 things in handicraft will kind of get you to where you need to go to. But for me, what I decided to do, just because if I'm playing this build, it dishes out, you know, a crap ton of damage, even more damage than what it does for that general Fatalis build. So you got to think about it. If the Fatalis build doesn't do any of its sets, doesn't increase your damage, it's just basically gives you like the full life, the full health, and like a whole bunch of slots to work with, right? But on a lot of these other builds that I'm having, it's going to be the same damage output that you would get from Fatty. But on top of that, the set bonus skills that comes with the different types of armor is what sets it apart, because you have the Fatalis normal longsword build on top of the bonuses for the set bonus. So that's just something to think about whenever we're moving forward here. Like with longsword, it's, you know, whatever Fatalis longsword's regular, you know, helm splitter hit, which is like 192, which is what we just saw earlier, or what's that, 551 or 552 for the EI slash. Now you're gonna add on top of that the set bonus of crit element and Frostcraft. So that's why this is gonna definitely out damage just a straight fatty set. You know what I mean? So yeah, so moving forward, so you have that also with the crit element and everything else, but with the item prolonger as well as the sharp jewel, what that does, because I'm fighting the monster so fast, and usually if I'm running this, there's going to be a sub 3 most likely, you know what I'm saying, if you run this type of build, unless you're going to sharpen it in the middle of it, which you really, I mean, if you're going to do that, like, you might as well may want to just go with a regular fatty, because it may not be worth the time to sharpen, but it just depends the situational. This will give me about a minute and a half of sharpness, maybe, yeah, roughly like a minute and a half. And then you, after it's over with, you still have like a full bar of sharpness before it goes down automatically. So this is kind of one of them strong builds, bro. I've been seeing a lot of people run this. A lot of pros been running this, bro. I've been seeing Finks run this. I've been seeing Peppa run this lately, which I know he's been kind of skirting in and out of Monster Hunter, but I've been seeing him run it. I've been seeing Loggy out running it for a little bit, man. So a lot of these pro runners you've been that you guys watch on a regular basis, they're really running this, bro, and it does work. This build, I think right now, if I had to say, it's the absolute meta. It's hard to play this way, but if you playing it, you most likely are gonna out damage a regular fatty set. So yeah, man, it's a solid build. I can't stress this enough, man. You guys gotta be strategic when you playing with the Frostcraft build. The Frostcraft build, bro, it's 100% a speedrun run. I would not use this in multiplayer. Just because it requires for the monster to really target you. You have to be intentional with your hits. You have to sheath and then make sure like your hits actually hit your target. And you gotta be fast with it. Like the monster gotta be dying quickly. So unless you're running with somebody with some as a veteran and really know what they're doing, I wouldn't run this unless I'm speed running, bro. So this is the meta speed run, in my opinion, meta speed running build to run on anything. It's just what it is. All right, guys, let's go ahead and just run into the next one. The next one will be Safi fatty build. Okay, so this is exactly what it sounds like it'll be. Just going straight into it. This will be like a mixed set of Safi, Safi Jiva and Fatalis armor. So it'll be the Safi head beta. It'll be Fatalis chest piece beta. It'll be Safi's arms beta, and it'll be Fatalis, obviously, because we talk about that, how good that skirt is, alpha, and the Safi boots beta. Obviously with the Charm V build, you're good to go. So this will get you crit out 7, agitator 7, attack boost 6. You can kind of skirt that somewhere else here in a little bit. I'll show you, but just to kind of be a little bit on the comfortable side, it'll give you attack boost 6, resentment, crit boost, weakness exploit, evade window 2, health boost 1, and clutch claw boost. So again, like I said, bro, this is another one of these longsword builds, bro, that I would encourage you, if you don't really, like, if you're not really comfortable with longsword, this is 100% a speed running build when you know what you're doing, and it's for niche monsters with high elemental values but kind of like low physical hit value or raw values, you know what I mean? So going in a little bit, let's go ahead and look at the setup. I think this is a good setup that I see a lot of people, they may run this with maybe something like Namiel, or even better, something like Glavinus, because his hit zones is weird, bro, but this out damages most of it, and on top of it you get like an extra like 15% of affinity. It boosts your element and it boosts your attack, but then that's like in exchange for health. And every hit from this sword or from this build takes away your health, because that's just what, you know, Safi set bonus does. So when we're going through it, this is just kind of for you guys' reference. You can pause the video, take a look at the, you know, the charm setup. This is kind of what I have it set as. I think you can take off one. I would probably take off one of these expert jewels, maybe. You can do that, or you can take off one of the handicrafts and then, you know, get your attack boost 7 if you want it. I wouldn't sweat too much about attack boost 7. Really isn't gonna make that much of a difference. But this is just one of the builds, man. It's just an all around good build, bro. And you can put mantles on or whatever, you know, suits your fancy. That's just up to you. Yep, so we're down to, those are basically those top 3. Now we're gonna get a little bit more into the more technical side of things. This is your heroics. Heroics build, obviously we know we do just want to be a hero. So for here we're using and this is not the master rank TO. These are the arch tempered base rise setup. So I think you would find this in high rank. You know, basically it's a lot of these parts. The reason why we're doing that, one, because your health goes down very fast. You don't need to upgrade any of this. I would encourage you to not have any of your armor upgraded at all, really. As far as the defense is concerned, on this I did, but I'm just going to do it just for the sake of showing you guys. But I encourage you, don't have any of your defense on these at all. They don't upgrade it, don't do nothing. Literally just straight out the box. As soon as you forge it, go straight into the battle with this. Okay, reason being, it helps you get your health down as fast as possible so you can get started. A good thing about this build though, it does give you master's touch, so it is a good thing. You know what I mean? So you should be good there. We're not going to have a lot of the other ones, which is like, you know, coalescence or peak performance. Obviously peak performance, your health have to be up, so we're not going to do that. And then obviously coalescence, you actually have to get hit for that or get some type of blight, and it's just not very many monsters. It's just going to give you blight without taking damage. And with heroes, you know, you're living life on the edge, bro. So it's either you're doing a good thing, either you get hit or you die. You know what I mean? Either way it goes. So, and also because of that, we're not going to have health augment on our longsword, so you can do either attack or attack augment fully, or affinity. I would definitely encourage you to do affinity this one, because you don't have any extra other than crit I7 to definitely do affinity. You're going to need it 100%. This build is also going to give you attack. Oh, actually I didn't go through the jewels, I don't think. Let's go back over here. Yeah. Okay. So this build is going to give you attack boost 7, crit I 7, agitator 7, heroic 7. And let's look at heroic so you know what that outlook is going to look like of damage. It's going to give you about, boom, there we go. That sounds more like it. 40% more attack. It's a big boy, you know what I mean, at the expense of your life. So you have to be down to like 30% of your life in order for this to activate. Yeah, bro. So it's pretty crazy, dude. And it increases your defense as well. This is a lot better than eating, because if you eat, the lower your health is, the more attack percentage you get. For here, if you just get a flat 30%, that kind of gives you just a little bit of wiggle room. Most arch temper monsters, you're gonna die. But if you're doing like, you know, some basic just elder dragon monsters, you can kind of live if you get little, you know, little love tapped, you know what I mean? Or maybe some byproduct hit, some bullshit, you know what I mean? You'll still live a little bit. So just something to kind of think on. Move here, and obviously you can use any type of mantles that you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm using either Rocksteady Evasion, which is a good staple, or you know, evasion, maybe KO or something like that. If you can slide in as much evade window as you can, I recommend to do it, bro. Or at least the evasion mantle. Obviously you don't want to get hit, because you get hit, you're done pretty much here. So yeah, you hit this one, you're sub 3. You're sub 3 in monsters, bro. If not sub 2 on good times. You know what I mean? 100%. Yep. So anyway, that's the build, and we'll rock it from there. All right, guys, this is the last build. If you guys stay to the end, like I said in the beginning of the video, I will give you guys a bonus builds, man. We have some really solid ones, dude. I think you guys will really enjoy it. Just some of my fun builds. I think that you know, they are a little bit meta, but at the same time too, they're cushion and they're very niche, but they also work well. So, but we'll get to them in a minute. For this one, this will be your max might build. This is another staple. This is a really good set against something like if you're really trying to like push the limits with a basic build while being comfortable. This is what I would definitely say. Like if I were to go like steps, I would put your regular fatty build, and then above that would be your max might, and then everything else. And I think at the end of the video, I'll talk about like what order I would do as far as like meta is concerned, and with like what you're trying to, I guess like whatever you're trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's go to the decorations. Boom, 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 boom. So going here, I would, and this will be a little bit different. This will be your attack augmentation on your Fatalis sword with health regen. The actual build itself would be your regular general build, which would be your 2 pieces head, chest, fatty, beta, and then it would be the head, chest, and greaves beta. This is a little bit different than the general one that I showed you. The skirt alpha of fatty, and then the Velcana greaves. But showing that a little bit, this is what the build looks like. It'll be agitated 7, attack boost 7, crit eye 7, constitution 5, max might 5, stun resistance 3, crit boost, weakness exploit, peak performance, and quick sheath 3, 1 level of evade window, and you know, whatever you want with your evasions and stuff, like with your mantles, excuse me, and all that good jazz. This build is really for you're going strictly raw, and I'm trying to squeeze out as much damage as I can at a high damage per minute, but comfortable. I love this build. Is phenomenal against Rune or Nergigante. Like if you're going against Rune or Nergigante, this is the build you want. This, outside of the next build I'll make sure you my bonus. This is it. This is 100% amazing. So with max might, just so you guys know and have like, for those that don't know, max might is going to give you basically whenever your stamina is full, it's going to give you that 40% affinity. So that's 40% affinity on top of what you get with crit eye 7, which is about another 40%. So it's already 80%, and then on top you off with the weakness exploit that you got already too, which that gives you an extra 30% on weak spots. So you know, bro, you're critting over 100%, and you know, most of the time you're gonna hit high damage numbers, so it's gonna help your damage per second like really high. And monsters that don't require anything but raw damage, especially if they don't even spit out any type of elemental attacks that causes blight, like this is the ones you need to be using 100%. It's just, you know, no pun intended, 100% affinity, you know what I mean? To infinity and beyond. Yeah, man, that's the build. So going in, guys, you made it to the end of the video, so let me go ahead. Like I promised, I wanted to show you guys some of my give you guys 2 of my bonus builds. Just something that I like to do that is really nice. It's not 100% meta, but it definitely does damage, and it definitely is in the conversation of it. Again, like I said, bro, don't be fucking weird, dude. I swear, don't be weird. Okay, these are meta, quote unquote, in my opinion. Play how you want to play. If you find something else, you know what I'm saying, like leave in the comment section below, you can share it, but just don't be weird, dude. We're all here to grow, share what we know, and grow together. So just don't be that weird guy. Please don't. Just don't do it. But anyway, so for my first bonus build, this will be my punish and draw build, bro. I really love playing this one, especially like against Yangaruga, or somebody gets knocked out, you know, fairly easy, maybe like Gyros or something like that. It's so fun. It's so fun. So for this, what we're going to use is the Frostfang Helm Alpha. And the reason why we use that is because it gives us one hit of that gives us punishing draw, and punishing draw. So if we can see this, if I can go to it, I don't think it's gonna show me. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, this is a punishing draw. So punishing draw adds stun to a draw attack, slightly increases your attack power. So basically you just get more stun off your EI slashes and your EI counters, which makes the monster fall down more, especially for those with high stun values. Dude, it's so good. And you get like an extra 1 or 2 downs, KOs, quote unquote, with the longsword. and it'll just give you so much downtime, man. So much downtime to just wail on the monster. You know what I mean? So with that, also, let me make sure I go down to these decorations. I would encourage you to go ahead and use the health regen for the sword, affinity for the first, and for the second one too as well, and then the element status. And then also coming down here, the rest of it will all be fatty, 100% fatty, no Velcana, no nothing. It'll be the chest piece beta, the claws alpha, the skirt alpha, and the feet beta. And then that'll give you crit eye 7, attack boost agitator 7, a crit boost, weakness exploit, handicraft, peak performance, and quick sheath 3, all level 3s for them. Again, like I said, I like a little bit of a, you know, a little, you got a little bit of protection. This should be flawless medicine. I don't know why it's not. Let's do that here. Yeah. And this is, yeah, that's a good one. There we go. Be like flawless medicine. And for here, you can, like I said earlier, it just helps you keep up your peak performance. You can put whatever. I would encourage you either medicine or evasion, in my opinion, are always the best ones to use. Evasion helps you, you know, obviously get out the monster way, gives you more windows or frame rates in your rolls. And then medicine per hit helps you recover more health. So you shouldn't be getting hit, especially if you're speed running, but at least, you know, 1 or 2 times, and that's about it. But you know, evasion or medicine, whichever one, you know. So but yeah, man, you do that and you're good to go. It gives you evade window 2, and then the clutch claw boost, and then from there any type of mantle. The mantle I would definitely encourage you to use, and I haven't said anything about mantles, but for this build specifically, yeah, I definitely would encourage you to use your impact mantle. But yeah, so that's the build. Now lastly, for my very last bonus build here, dude, I swear by this build. I love it. Multiplayer, not multiplayer, comfortable, not comfortable, it doesn't make a difference. Even speed running, dude, even against this is the second build that I say that would probably really affect towards Nergigante, especially for those that aren't really getting the counters down. This will be my my def LS build. This is just basically earplugs. I'm definitely on some of these builds, you can definitely expect like me getting a little bit more in depth about these builds and the different applications and what it looks like to fight against certain monsters, and like the benefits and kind of like little quirks that you can use with it. So you can expect those builds to come out, you know, here pretty soon. So kind of moving a little bit further, let me go to the actual decorations here, boom, so you can see it. So for here, attack 7, attack boost, crit eye, agitator 7, all 7s, earplugs 5, stun resistance, recovery, crit boost, weakness exploit, handicraft 3, and peak performance and quick sheath 3, and then 1 level of evade window with clutch claw boost. Like this one is going to do the same regular damage, the 192 for the hem splitter, that 290 is a 297 and 293 or something on the roundhouse. You know what I'm saying, pretty decent. We don't really have to show too much, but it gives you those earplugs. And when you're fighting against a monster that love to roar, definitely against Brute Tigrex, definitely against Ruiner Nergigante, regular Nergigante, definitely against Yangaruga, Scar Yangaruga for sure. That people, things that just love to roar for no reason. Yeah, them the ones. Even against Anjanath, bro, I find that it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I think I got my PB, my new PB with this build. Actually, some of my runs, I actually got this build with it. So yeah, you guys can replace it. So for some monsters, you don't need like level 5 def, so you can take off 2 of the jewels and just like replace it with something else different. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? You end up, you know, adding a little extra handicraft if you want it. You can put coalescence in there if you want to. Let's say like something like Odagarian, I think it only takes like three earplugs. So yeah, you can like replace it with a coalescence to kind of give you like a little bit of boost just in case if they shoot out any kind of elemental attacks, man. So yeah, bro, solid build. Use whatever, you know, mantle you want as always, with the charm of a challenger, and you're good to go, man. But anyway, this video's already ran long enough. Appreciate you guys coming through. Again, don't be fucking weird. All right, in the comment section, if you guys got a meta build that I didn't mention down below, and you want to share it, bro, please share it down below, as well as join my Discord. You can all talk there. We're all about building each other up, just showing what we know to grow, man. I watch a lot of speed runs. I spectate a lot of speed runs. I do a lot of speed runs. I've done it for years. And so if you guys are interested in any of my spectating runs or any of my runs, man, please be sure to click on one of the links that's about to show up here in a minute. But beyond that, dude, you guys have a great day, and as always, stay zen.